So let me go ahead and pop in real quick. I do see that the chat box is there. Um, Still readable, so that's good. I'm gonna see where it is located right now in when on my HUD to determine if that's where I want it to be. So we're just gonna take a look at that real quick just to be sure it doesn't overlap a lot of things there. I like that I can actually read it too. Like that's really that's helpful as well. That way, if I'm looking at one screen and not the other, I can actually see that someone's typing in or something. So that's really nice. Oh, let me turn the game music on too, so that you can hear everything and make sure everything is working properly. I do have all the sound on. The last time, a couple times, I have. Let me look at the HUD. I have watched back my stream. Things have been pretty good for me in terms of sound, so I'm thinking we're in a good spot now. And I think that that's actually a really good spot for that because I don't see it overlapping much, if anything. So I think that's where we're going to keep it while we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. So that's good. Now, I may have to redo my HUD whenever we go back over to my main. But speaking of, we have found out a release date. Super, super excited for, well, not an exact release date, but a release month, I guess. Yeah, 3,900 days subbed, 10.68 years. Yeah, I'm nearly at 11 years. It was the first week of June of 2015 when I actually originally subbed. So, yep, that is absolutely correct. So yeah, so we have found out a release date for, or release month rather, for the new expansion. It's going to be called Evercold. Super, super excited. If you didn't watch my stream when I was watching the keynote, it's still up on my Twitch. It'll be up on my YouTube eventually. I have to get through it. There was a lot of good reaction, so I want to make sure I'm doing some clips there with that too. That's the type of thing that I actually love doing, be able to like react to things like that. And of course, I got emotional. I always get emotional for trailers that I care so passionately about. I don't know why. I wasn't even thinking anything sad. It was just, I think it was more of like an excitement emotional. Like, when I get excited, I start to, like, cry. I don't know. It's so weird. And that's why I feel so, like, awkward. But it's funny because, like, I'll cry in a movie, and it's not different type of cry. Like if something like touches me, I'll cry, and then Vlad will try to like comfort me. I'm like, nope, nope, leave me alone because it's gonna make it worse. Just let me do my thing. But yeah, I got a little emotional during the trailer, or the teaser they call it. It's on actually trailer right now because they don't have it. It's going to be a little bit longer. I plan on, hopefully, if it's going to be translated in English, I'm going to hopefully be able to live stream the Berlin Fan Fest keynote as well as the Japan keynote live stream. Don't know if it's going to be in English yet or not, so we'll see. But yeah, there was a lot of really cool things for the new expansion, and I'm so excited to be able to live stream the new story. That's something that I'm really going to work hard to do before we move on to a different game, because I really want to be able to do that. So yeah, if you haven't caught that, go ahead and still on the Twitch, but it'll eventually be going over to YouTube. So super excited. Let's go and talk to Nero, but not Nero, because we don't technically know that he's Nero yet. And see if we can go ahead and get started on that storyline for the Crystal Tower. Back to Mordona. Okay, where is he at? Oh, here he is. He's technically called the Outlandish Man right now. Which, I just realized, didn't we... We killed him in... was it Northern Natalan? No, it wasn't. It was, we technically killed him. We didn't really kill him. Where did we... Where was it that we went Was it, let's see, it was Western. Because wasn't he in Cape Westwind? Or around that area? Or did we go back? I can't even remember where we were at when we faced him. I don't remember where that dungeon's at anymore. Alright, let's take a look here. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean's Empire General, are you not? The great Rhea Ripclaw herself. Amazing, and more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, no, I crave no recompensance for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rembros at St. Conach's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Alright. So, over here in an area that we really haven't explored much yet of. Let's take a look. Okay, over here. Oop. Rambros. Rambros, yep. Ooh, cussing. Why, if it isn't Rhea Ripclaw herself, I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? You were directed here, you say? By a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to the latest anthropological endeavor. That was a word. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple how do you say that word? Excavation? Excavation? Yeah. I think that's how you say it. Let's see here. You say excavation. Excavation. That's how you say it. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal Solomon Halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now the first. Rhea? I thought it was you. Sid! What brings you to St. Conach's? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe. Yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad to have you aboard, Rhea. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well. Let us begin at the beginning. The sons of St. Conach are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Alligator Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Alligator archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald could presently achieve. Narrow Tolskavia simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. I don't know if that's how that works, Sid. Now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allagan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon, and the lesser moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and, above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal a maniac, basically, megamaniac Legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Suns and propose that the tower be explored. And we're black. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming sphere of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Is that blood? In crystal form, maybe? What is that rock? Whoa! Whoa! We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues, carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the Suns are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Okay, there's different colors, so it may not be blood. These are just different colors of crystals, I guess. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. Okay. My colleagues and I are ill-suited in negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Rhea, but I can think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Alright. So let's see. That's honestly, I don't remember any of the story of Crystal Tower, so I'm super excited about like what's gonna happen, but like I don't remember hardly anything. I don't even remember the fights, honestly. No clue what the fights are gonna look like. I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be fun, shall we? All I know is that there is a lot of foreshadowing in the Crystal Tower raid series for further expansions. So, alright, our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the four elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the Beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said it exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe's stronghold and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lonosha, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and the Ugomaro mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave that to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Okay, so we are about to have some fights, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the only raid that really makes you do a lot of work before the actual raid itself. Ooh, I haven't attuned to this one yet. Okay, so I guess we're going to go to here. Wow. I need to get with the program. I don't know which ones I haven't attuned to yet, honestly. Let's take a look. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Okay, so now because I can fly, it's going to be a little bit easier. I just got to make sure that I know where I'm going. I won't have, actually, I wonder. Yeah, well, I'm way over these people, so I don't have to worry about being attacked, but still. Did not realize that I had not taken care of. Oh, I'm over level with these guys too. Honestly. Watch. Level 41. You can't touch me. Because I am level 52. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's see. I need to go over in here. But the guys in here might be a little bit more higher level though. That is one thing to... Yeah, these are level 44, so... But the good news is I can fly out of their range. They're 48. Aha, okay. Alright, who we got? Level 50? Okay. No worries, I got you. Alright. Let's actually, and the other thing too is tonight, let's see how often I let my drops, my dots drop. Did I get it? Well, that was easy. Alright, and there's people I have been to, so I can do this one. Oh, wait. You know what? Let me, before I go anywhere else, I've got an Aetheryte to attune to. That would have been terrible. Let me go ahead, and I wonder if there's any other ones that I need. I don't remember if, and there's only one here, I think. Yeah. Let's grab this Aetheryte. I like that mount. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the Sapsa spawning grounds and hopefully be able to grab that one just easily here. Maybe it won't be as... There's only one mob. I was expecting like 2 or 3 mobs, to be honest with you. Alrighty. Man, there's 2 aetherites in this zone, but they're not really spread out very well. They need to be more spread out, I feel like. You got one here and here, but you got all of us over here. But it doesn't make sense to give one to the Sopsas, however you say their name. Ooh, over here, I guess? Yeah, right here. Is there anybody in here? Haha. Nope, not yet. There's only one again. That's crazy. Nuts.
Yeah.
And you're dead. Oh, no, you're not. Now you are. Okay. And so then back to Mardona we go. I feel like it was easier than it needed to be. Not a lot of challenge there, but that's okay. It feels like it's a fetch quest at that point. I wonder if I'm gonna have to like replay this VOD whenever we get closer to the expansion this is required for. I don't know. I might. We'll see. Or at least go through New Game Plus. But because we're doing it so quickly and trying to get through the story so quickly, I may not have to. Okay. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's strongholds? Here's your crystals. And let me guess, you're going to send me on the other 2. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You have done well, Rhea. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, the war camp of the Amalisha and Danilin, the latter in Nadalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of the Korthus. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first 2, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. See? Why couldn't you just give me the whole, like, the entire, I'm gonna go down here. Like, all 4 of them at once. I don't need to come back here and give you 2 just to go and get the other 2. Like, give me the entire task list. And it'd be so much more efficient. That's the one thing about Eorzea. These folks do not know a lick about efficiency. Nothing. Alright, so how far deep do I have to go in there? Not too far deep, it doesn't look like. But I wonder if it's going to be as empty as it was in the other 2 zones. Oh, I do not risk... Oh, shoot. Okay, so let's try to stay away from the pugilist. And let's get it. Okay, nope. Don't touch the pugilist. And you're dead. Alright, nice. Now let's go to Korthus. Korthus, yeah. The land of snow. I tell you what. Korthus has more snow than the screenshots of the new zones that they're talking about that's going to be covered in snow. For the new expansion. They kept making jokes about the screenshots like, where's all the snow? Where's all the snow? Which means that they're up to something. They're not going to just say stuff like that just to be saying stuff. Yoshi P thinks he's funny. And one more again. Oh, and this time I have to use my other song. And I can just use that too. Because why not? Alright. Now we're done with that quest. We can go back to Ordona and hopefully unlock the first raid. If this takes too much long, I might just go ahead and do the Bahamut first, just because the Bahamut is more important in terms of story, and I can only do that when Blood is around, and we don't know, like, this is his day off, so like we have to make sure that we can do it on Sundays that he's off, which is today. So we'll see how far we get going here. It shouldn't take us too long to get through the story, I don't think. We're going to be time traveling back and forth to the past before the snow ever closed to save the people of the forest is my theory. Your theory? Okay. That's a good theory. I'm not gonna expound on that because I was just about to say something about Shadowbringer, so I'm not gonna expound on that right now. Maria, it's good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastman? Of course I was. Is that even a question? Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give you the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Of course not. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals are acquired are indeed flawless, they are little of use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. Of course you're going to need my services again. And of course I'd be happy to oblige. I'm pretty sure Crystal Tower going to take you the whole stream just between Story Cross and the actual fights. Yeah, so... And do you think Bahamut would take me the entire stream as well? Because if that's the case, let me look and see how many quests this is, because this is, I did not realize that Crystal Tower was so involved. Let me see if I can find out here. The Crystal Tower. So, oh yeah, it takes 4 quests to get to. You know what I might do? I might wait till I get closer to Shadowbringers to do the Crystal Tower. Okay, so, I mean, there is a total of... Wait. Is there really only 6 quests for Bahamut? Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and do Bahamut. Let's go ahead and get that done. We're gonna pivot. 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 Okay, let's pivot and go to before Stormblood or after Stormblood? During Stormblood patch cycles. Okay. So where is it at? Let me see here. Alright, so here it tells me, so we can just refresh our memory about this quest, this one quest that we've done. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Eorzea before doing any of the Stormblood's 8-man raid. Now, so here's the thing, I wasn't going to do the 8-man raids for every single series because I didn't know if it pertained to story as much, like MSQ. So, like, I'm doing Bahamut because I know the story has a little bit of background and lore for the MSQ, right? But I don't think the other raids really do. They're kind of a separate story on their own. Or am I not thinking about that correctly? I guess I need Awakening Sands. Bahamut explains how we even got here to ARR in the first place. Okay. But the other raids, are they important to MSQ, or are they just kind of separate? What is everybody doing over here? Thancred, what you over here? Huh. It's the same stuff that he had before we moved to, That's not it either. Far as I know, first 24 mana support in a story later, as you know, then later I think they're Robin Ostra. Oh, I think those 24 mans are required for something. I think. Are the Stormblood 24 man raids required for anything? Return to Ivalice. Oh, no, okay, so they're not required, but they are really good to play before you get into the relic weapons for Shadowbringers. Okay. Well, where do I get this first quest? I thought it was... Okay, maybe it is this one. Is this it here? Nope. Okay, let me just look and see. Where is the first quest for Bahamut? It says Primal Awakening, but he doesn't have Primal Awakening. Oh, I have to unlock hard mode Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. I don't think I have those unlocked yet. I do not. I wonder if that's what this is. Let me see. I'm not going to read these because this is not a story. I don't know what all of these are. That's King. Okay, this is... That's just... That's Extreme. But those are all Extreme, so like, where is the... Maybe it's over here, because I think that they share some of those hard mode ones. A recurring problem. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there's still work to do. I'm so confused right now. The ultimate weapon destruction, which would seem have served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective and summoning rites, and that is but about half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Okay, I think this is it. Oh, my turn to say something? Ahem. Basically, that means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. The previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. Okay, so I think this, I'm not going to go through all of this. This is not pertaining to story, so I'm not really worried about this. I don't know why we have to do a whole cutscene for this. Uh-oh. Shoot, for the first time ever this time of night, I can't get to you anyway because of congestion. So it's like it's blocking you to completely come over? May as well unlock Bahamut, and then we'll tackle it next time I can get on the servers. Come later this year, we won't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's true, because they're going to be unlocking, basically, it's going to be world visit, basically, from different servers now. So I guess unlock Bahamut, maybe Crystal Tower, and so on. We can tackle it as soon as we get over there. We can check out each stream. Okay. Well, you know what then? I'm going to actually abandon this, because I kind of feel bad for skipping through it. So so in order for me to abandon it or to actually go through it, I have to unlock those primals, the hard modes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait till you can get back over here, because that way we can just one-shot those hard mode primals. Well, okay, so we're pivoting again. So I think, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and continue our story then. It makes more sense to do story at this point. Just because... If I remember right, going story last time, we had just finished up with Ramu. And we were... What was the last quest that we were doing? So, let's see here. The last one was... Well, come on now. This one right here. I was talking to the Domain Adventures group. I beat Hori Boulder. That's what I did. Alright, and now, what we're on right now is we are... Alvina wants me to help him create a group that is going to actually span all three grant companies with no way of... with no, what is the word I'm looking for? What is it I'm looking for? What is that word that I'm looking for? They're gonna span all three grand companies, but they're not gonna have any, like, I guess, red tape, because they're not gonna have to answer to any specific city-state, I guess, if that's the right word to say it. That's what he's trying to want to do. Yeah, so I am very close to 2.4, and that is basically, I would say, probably the actual road to Heavensward. To be honest with you, I feel like that the end of 2.3 kind of starts that a little bit. But yeah, so that's where I'm at now. Where do I need to go? I need to go to Upper Decks. Okay. So let's just go to the Aft Castle, because that's just easy, and then we can go from there. So I'm looking for people to recruit, and holy shit, they're all over the place. Let's go over here. Go to the Marauders. Oh, I'm looking. I'm gonna ask Rainer. See if he's got any recruits for me. Master Alpha knows new organization? Yes, I had heard the formation of a trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa must needs receive my full attention. Alright, well, you can't hurt to ask, right? They can only say no to you. And then we're going to... gotta get up there. Okay, come up here. Carvalian. An organization with freedom to operate with territorial impunity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens will know that there is no time to act and a time to watch. That there is a time to act and a time to watch. And I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Well, okay then. Well, we'll show you. I don't know why I didn't take an Aetherite, but that's okay. Oh shit, they're way over there. Well, there's no Aetherites over there, so I'm just kind of run through the drowning wench. Like a crazy person. My Peloton. Yeah, Peloton. A Peloton bike. I'm running as fast as a Peloton bike. Nope, not over there. Wait, what is this one? This is... What is this? This is a pirate? I have no clue. Rosewen? Who in the bloody hell do you think you're talking to, Drylander? That's a really hard voice to do. I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on the dandy Carvalian's door. Ooh, she just called him out. I think that they have a really funny storyline together, but I don't remember which one that is. Hey, yawn incoming. Oh, I tried to hold it back, it didn't work. Okay, and we are... This is the... Wait. You're out here, okay. A precursor to a united Eorzean Grand Company? While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldic and Vimeli's keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Well, Alphino, my buddy, I feel like we're just kind of batting zero here. No one wants to join your group. I know you're doing all the red tape over there with Sultana and Raban, but they do not want to join. Where is this? I guess it's over here. Where am I going? Way over here, okay. Riol. Well, if it ain't Rhea, I'd not forget a venturer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Riol, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes? Threw whistles at Bronze Lake? Aye, it ain't often I drag me oars out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare ye these days? Looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Ha, sounds like a right lark it does. Alrighty, lass, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. Okay, we got one. But that's it. We only have one out of the 5 people he had me talk to. Doesn't sound like a very strong... Where am I going? Down here. Company to me. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. That's okay. Limited and stubborn set in their ways. Yeah. You know, part of me feels like if they weren't so stubborn, we wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. Say that to Udal, though. Udal is probably more stubborn than Lominsa. All 3 city-states are at fault for that, yeah. Although, it may just be because I'm partial to Gridania, but I feel like Gridania is less stubborn than all of them. Okay, so let's see. Where am I going? Going here. Okay, Alpha now. Ria, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lominsa. Ah, a member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest? Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seeds here proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall wait your arrival at Nofika's altar. Yo, I realized I just said that he was talking to the Sultana and Rovan, and we're in Limsa Lominsa. Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. Oh boy. Alright. Gridania. If there's lots of gil involved, then Udal will be an easy mark. Yeah, but it's not. There's no gil. I can't offer them any gil. All I can offer them is glory. And they don't want no glory. My audience with the Elder Seedseer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you'd once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship counter as before. Glory, shoot, you thought Limsa would be into that, maybe a gladiator in Udal then. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know, but now that I'm in Gridania, I'm like, I have no clue if any of them's gonna care about glory. Oh, yep, another yawn incoming. I'm gonna start doing a counter on my stream. How many yawns I have per stream. We like trees. That's a big one. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler, and a regular patron at Buscarons. Oh, you? I barely remember you. I'm gonna say who? Laurentius! I was selling maps and supplies to the Garleans, before you and those red-bellied poachers mopped the forest floor of my erstwhile employers. Here now, just how many criminals have you dealt with that my ignominious tale ignites the slightest flicker of recognition? Humph. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? Are you actually a reformed convict, though? Are you reformed? As matters stand, the Wood Whalers will have not more to do with me. This may be the second chance I was looking for. Reverence toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Are you, though? I don't trust you. And I also kind of don't trust the guy from the Company of Heroes, either. I'm a little nervous about that one. My wifey loves me and laughs at my dumb jokes. Yeah, but you know what? You laugh at my dumb jokes too. Like, how do you get a lion to run faster? Mufasa! Bada boom! Dumb joke. Alright. Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited. In this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less in focus. I must refuse your invitation until such a time as your organization is more organized. Okay, if you don't want to get on the ground floor, I get you. I got you. No worries. And to say that I say, remember who you are. I don't need to go on. Okay, no Aetheryte is going to help me here. Alright, let's go. Let's go running across Gridania. Okay. You have to put them into like the smallest little holes on the outskirts of the freaking city-state. Like, Ursula. Oh my gosh, it's this guy. I remember who you are. You're the one who sat there and let that the Hawk Manor guy. He's the guy who was a butler or something of the Hawk Manor and let his mistress kill a bunch of ladies. Like, do we really want him in the company of heroes? Not the company of heroes. What is it called? Alphino's group. Whatever Alphino's group's going to be. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Alright, well, probably for the best, then. The creepy, why we even ask him? We don't know if it's called the Crystal Braves. We don't know that. It hasn't been announced yet. And then you are... Oh, I remember these guys. This guy is someone. They're a father-daughter duo, I think, if I remember correctly. They are a father-daughter, and we found them in multiple city-states in the early parts of A Realm Reborn. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Sorry, granddaughter, grandfather. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We are just... Oh, Rhea, isn't it? It's been some time since our paths crossed outside of Coppervale Mines. Yeah, so we got to them like in the very early stages of like the first 3 dungeons of Realm Reborn, I think. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mion tells me 'twas you who felt the fearsome black wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Ilsadara safely home. Okay, I'm cool with her. I think she would be a good one. I feel like she's got a pure heart. The other 2 that are joining, I am very worried about. I don't trust them one bit. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. I was actually surprised that she said, yes, let's do it. Sometimes they'll surprise you like that, you know? Alright, so let's see. Back over here. Okay, so I need to go to the, where am I going? I'm going to the airship place. Oh! We can't pass this guy by without saying a prayer for him. Murgy Murg. We gotta always give a prayer to Murgy Murg every time we pass him. Whee! Alright. And then... Okay, have fun with Baldur's Gate. Hope it's fun. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Alpha, no. I got two more. What news, Rhea? For my part, the Elder Seedseer was most amenable to our requirements. A former woodwhaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for a variety, that is much as certain. An interesting harvest, indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavour to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Okay, so back to go to Ul'dah then. And let's see how many we can get from Ul'dah. And then where do I need to go? Because is he at like the... Where is he at? Oh, he's over here. Okay. He is over by the... Now he's going to go talk to Rabban and the Sultana. Or maybe just Rabban. Ul'dah, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana would take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Rhea. Yeah, we don't want to take away from the Sultana. Because she's so cute. Who could ever take anything away from the Sultana? Okay, so I want to go... Let's go down here. To the Gladiators Guild. Maybe there's something in the Gladiators Guild. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to talk to Wilred. Wait, you're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, the disaster really got me to thinking. About our homeland, and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I had been manipulated, and vowed to make myself more of a worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions? And you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Okay, I can give Wilred a second chance. I think. I guess this is going to have to be a wait and see thing. He sounded pretty convincing though. We'll see how he does. I don't know. You on the other hand, let's see. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours and just how far I go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Is that so? Are you trying to say that Alpha No is not doing the right thing? A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire? Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next all over, let alone the conundrums of the neighboring nation. Alright, fair enough. Sometimes you gotta look in your own backyard before you try to fix what is in your own backyard or in someone else's backyard. That was kind of deep. I just realized that. Okay. Aetherite. Weaver's Guild. Yeah, sure. Let's get a seamstress to come with us. That sounds real smart. Yellow Moon. I'm sorry. You wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Okay. So we got one. We got real red, right? Which, okay. I'm okay with. Let's see here. And I can't remember you. Were you the chick that lost her... I think she's the chick that lost her fiance's life because she wasn't fast enough. Who is Orson? Oh, no. Okay, she's Sister Orson. She's part of the camp that Sid was found in. Okay. Never mind. I got it. Okay. So let me see here. Let's see. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson of the Church of St. Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion? Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Okay, fair enough. Although it'd be, gosh, have you guys ever seen MASH? Like the show MASH? We would need is it Father Macaulay? Father John Macaulay. Macaulay? I think it was Macaulay. Yeah. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, that we would need someone like him to join our company. I feel like. Okay. So let's go back to the Chamber of Rule. How fared you, Rhea? What hidden gems did the streets of Uldal offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth? Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Rhea. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You were concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, We will earn the people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. That's so pretty.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Oh. Oh.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Oh my gosh, that was so heart-wrenching. Poor Sotana, she's so, like, distraught. Oh my gosh. Like, if you know anything about, like, royalty or whatever, they typically don't, like, show emotion like that. And they don't, like, of course, like, seek a hug from their, like, their general. Like, doesn't ever happen. Like, oh my gosh. That makes me feel so horrible for her. Hopefully we'll be able to get the mood up as we go along. Maybe something good will happen here. We're building an army, and hopefully, because we're in charge of it, it won't cause any more issues. I hate that she can't do anything about Teleji, though, because that's just... I feel like there should be proof. Like, why... Like, what kind of proof do you need in order to, like, put him to trial? I have no idea. Alright, let's see what Mephilia or Alpha know. I guess Alpha know? Yeah, Alpha know. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Ria. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Okay. Yep. Alright, so... that was a very long quest. Let's see what Menphilia's got for us now. Greetings, Ria. Alphonode tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphonode to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Reverend's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slapboard might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? Alright, yeah. Slapboard's probably looking very confused about what the hell is going on in Rising Stones and why we divided a whole bunch more people in this small little area. Especially since we had the Domans come in here, and they probably taken up a lot of space too. Alright, so... okay, out here. Slapborn is over here. I wonder if I can get in there, because I think that's where, like, Sid's stuff works, but it looks like it's barred, so I'm not sure. What can I do for you, Ria? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of Scions. Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we've had pass through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slapborn, the shipment! We couldn't! No. Godswin, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Reverend's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. Heretics? There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is likely to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Four Temps. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Oh, those type of heretics. Okay. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Ria, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Four Temps? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relationships with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Count on me. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Harshavant would be glad of your assistance. Okay. So, let's pause for a second. Let's figure out where we're at. So right now, we've got a couple things have happened since we've started these patch quests. Okay. So we moved to Rising Stone, so that's part of it. And then we had to kill Leviathan. So that was a while, but all in between all of moving to Rising Stones and killing Leviathan, Yagiri showed up with a bunch of domins. So now we have that thread that is kind of unresolved. So Yagiri's play, and she's right now, I think she's in Limsa Lominsa training with the ninjas, but her people are here in the Rising, or in Mordona, helping build it up. Cool. So that's one loose thread that has not been tied up yet. We killed Leviathan. He's been tied up. Now we have then we killed Ramu, or we bested Ramu because he asked us to trial with him. So we did that, and we impressed him, so he went away. But all in between all of that, though, I think it was around that, there was an uprising in Udal, and Teleji, whatever his name is the one who supposedly started it, and he can't be found guilty, or he can't be arrested because there's not enough evidence on him. So that's another loose thread. I feel like that's going to come back around. And then we have the Alpha Nose company that we're working with. We're trying to figure that one out. Okay, so we have a lot of different threads, and they keep sending me on these little errands, and every time I go on another errand, it's another thread. So there's so many threads going on right now. I want to make sure I'm not losing track of what's happening. But anyway, let's go to Camp Dragonhead and see where we're at there. We're fixing on entering in 2.4, so. And like I said, like we said earlier, 2.4 is really this is starting to get into the road of Heavensward. So jump over the table. I did it. Okay, Harshavant. Well, if it isn't my fine friend Rhea Ripclaw, would you care for a plate of roast caracul? Some mulled wine? Oh, I would love some. Thank you so much. Oh, I said no. No? Oh, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. Look, when do I ever do that? When do I ever come into any place just to escape the cold? I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Reverend Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. You are a smart man, Harshavant. Alright. Let's see what we got. So we got to deal with these heretics. Ooh, what is this? Try on. Wait, what is it? How come I can't see it? Is it on the top or something? I don't see it. It looks kind of cool, but I can't see it at all. Don't know why I can't see it, but let me see. Can I see this one? That's cool. I like that a lot. That's awesome. And then there is this one here too. Ooh, it's a circlet. It's like a crown. Oh, that's awesome looking. Which one do I like better? Do I like this one? You know, I can take the visor. I can take the visor off of that one. Not really varnished looking, but that's okay. I really like how pretty that is. I think, and I can't see this one for some reason. I'm not sure why. It doesn't show up at all. Oh, I think I know why. Some headpieces don't show up on Rothgar's. Well, let me see this one again. I don't know, maybe I like the line on it. I think I might get that one. Because now, what's really cool is even though it's made for tanks, I can wear it as a bard. I can glamour it whenever I end up glamoring stuff. Okay.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
He's like, hello, nice praise. Can I clear the table again? Whee, I cleared the table. Okay. So, Whitebrim Front. So I'm supposed to go, oh, I have to speak with Drillmont. I have to talk to somebody before I can kill anything. And when he said, if it was dragons, I'm sure it would be different. Was he trying to say that I wouldn't kill dragons, or that his people would kill dragons, or they would be wanting to go and kill dragons? That part I wasn't sure about, because if you want me to kill something and it's trying to be evil and do evil stuff, I'm your girl. I will kill it. I think I've proved that more than once. I need to go in here. Okay. Whee. Oh, shoot. Another one of these towers. I'm gonna drive inside. And continue driving inside. Oh, here he is. Okay. Rhea, is there aught you would ask of me? Pray speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thicker with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to invade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of the recent victims? As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Alright, infirmary's over there. Okay. Can I can't jump all the way down. Let's see. Okay. Infirmary. I like Ishgard. I know Blood likes it a lot because of the shields and the structures and stuff. I am a huge lover of the Renaissance history, and it reminds me a little bit about the Renaissance history. So this is why I like the structures in Ishgard and Korthus. Like, not so much Heaven's Word Korthus. I like A Realm Reborn Korthus a lot better, but I do love going into Ishgard. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. I dare say that, apparently I clicked more than once. I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you will not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me it was a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. So, Snowcloak. Okay, so they're going to Snowcloak. Okay, so let's go to Snowcloak. Way over here, probably. You know what I just realized? I guess, Arm Vale is a side quest. That was funny. One of the, in the fan fest when I was doing when I was watching the live stream, they had the, a game show with 4 streamers, that are, like, really big. Like, we're talking, like, really big. Jesse Cox, Mr. Happy, Crystal I think, and I can't remember who the other one was. Bless me, I have no idea. I'm so sorry, but like, one of the questions was, of these 4 dungeons, which one would you want to stay a night in? And both Mr. Happy and Jesse Cox were like, Arm Vale. And I was like, I knew I liked you because I like Arm Vale too. It actually seems kind of cozy when you get in there. They're such trolls. Well, I like to think that they were saying because they liked Armvale. But you know, I could be wrong. They could just be trolling. A little heretic. So we're getting close to, that was the first mention of Iceheart that we had. Which, that's a fun fight too. I'm excited for that fight to pop in. Oh wait, we have to go deeper in? There's a fate over here too. Big ol' fate. Oh, here's a knight. Alright, these guys shouldn't hit me. Gah, draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You're come seeking heretics? Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of the raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. That was the cutscene that Astral was telling me about it being one like voice word. That was awesome. I loved it. Most said Castrum, whatever I assume because they thought maybe there would actually be beds. True. So curious what they are putting out in the zones that would entice large groups of people to be there at FanFest. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you mean. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff? Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. 'Twas be best we were to return to Whiteroom Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamont. Alright, let's go back over to... They said they were doing something in 8.0 to make the outside zones less dead, meaning players should in theory be out and about in the zones instead of them being dead. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, so they're reworking the zones, and I think that they're also going to be, when they're doing that, they're going to be reworking fates and the different hunts and things of that nature, but they said that there was going to be more to come in Berlin and Japan on that, so it's just time will tell. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I didn't realize I could fly in here. What? I am such an idiot. Rhea, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. They should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may be the very lair of our enemy. Dang it, it keeps clicking more than once. I don't know why it's doing that. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. I know I've been having problems with my mouse, but I hope that that's not going out too. That's gonna suck when I have to go through a different story. Like, I hope it's not gonna skip story through like that. That's gonna make me mad. Oh, gotta speak with Harshaphant again. I don't know, we might get to... I know we're going to get into 2.4 tonight. We may not get too terribly far into it, but we're going to try. And... clear table. Okay.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, The situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Okay, so we go back to Reverend's Toll. So that's, again, like I said, yet another loose thread, because, like, obviously we're going to hear more about Iceheart. And we kind of have to. Let's see what Slothborn has to say. Rhea, 'tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Korthus? How's for attempts to send us a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Harshaphant for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will ever attract greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. I was going to do this one here. Okay. Okay. So, last quest of 2.3. Let's go. Brave new companions. While you were away in Korthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed. Although Tataru does not yet seem somewhat flustered. I take it enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Oh, Tataru. Tataru reminds me a lot about myself. She freaks out a lot. Especially if things don't go the way that they're supposed to. Or if there's a lot to do, she gets overwhelmed very easily. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my wastepaper basket. I hear you, girl. Ah, Rhea, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Reverend's Toll, and I haven't had the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Nah, we don't need no uniforms, girl. We're good. We are good exactly how we are. She said that they are scattered. They're scattered all over Mordona, I guess. Okay. I don't want matching uniforms with the Scions. I think we all have our different outfits, and that works for all of us. Oh shit, how many recruits do we got? Holy cow, look at this! I had gotten how many? 4? So something happened, we doubled in size. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. Well, here's your uniform. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Oh, I want a replica costume. Do they even make those anymore? Like, do they make them like where you can ultramarine uniform? I don't know if they make those where you can have it on your character. But I want a replica one. I'll take one, but I won't wear it because I don't want to match anybody. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limsa Lominsa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Alright, welcome aboard. Oh ho, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Oh, I guess you're right. Oh, here's Wilward over here. Let's go ahead and give him his costume. Little Alamigo could learn much from Reverence Toll. That this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. How do you say this word now? Come on. Desolation. That doesn't sound right. Desolation. Okay, it's what it says. It says supposed to sound like. I don't know. Here you go, Willard. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. I can't talk tonight. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in no time. Oh, it's because you're showing a lot of skin there. Okay. And then over here. Wait, where are we at? Oh, back behind here. Okay. A wood whaler. Rhea Ripclaw? Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Reverence Toll. 'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Well, I'm pretty famous in Eorzea, are I not? At least there's that. Okay, so now I feel like I'm missing people. Where is everybody at? Oh, there's somebody up here. Okay. Billbird. I don't believe we met. I'm Ilberd, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easy method of creating a common bond among what is, essentially, a band of strangers. Yeah, I don't think I've met you at all. I don't remember meeting you at all. Okay. Where are the people that I recruited? I only see Wilred. Wilred. So it sounds like we've recruited a lot more. Oh, here's Rio. I don't trust you at all. Hello there, lass. Looking for me, was ya? I suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh ho! Proper uniforms and all. This thing'll cut off the blood to me head. Not too worried, though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. I don't think Tadru would like you making adjustments to her uniform that she worked so hard on. But, you know, that's just me. I think I just missed them. They're up here. I guess up here? Oh, right here. Ah, Lane. The good one. Ilsa Dower has at last retired from the adventurous life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and an irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own paths forwards. Ah, yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. You'll be okay, girl. You'll be perfectly fine. We are going to do good things. Alright. And now I got to... Oh, wait. One more uniform that I have. Out here. Who am I missing? Because I've already gotten all four of the ones that I've got. Are they up here, I guess? Yeah, Laurinaitis. Okay. Another one I don't really trust. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Ah, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. Yeah, what are we looking at, guys? Like, let me see. Look out. Yeah, what are we looking out at? I guess the Crystal Tower? Look at her beauty. She is gorgeous. Okay. Let's go talk to Alphino now. Because I think we're going to induct our... We're going to initiate everybody, I guess. And he's in here, I guess. Okay. And I guess we're going to do it in the solar. Okay. Alright, Alphino. Everybody's got their uniforms. Yes, Ria? Tatri mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits? Some few answered the call of arms I put forth through the established grain companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Excuse me. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Ria. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
So we had the Crystal Braves. And this is now the end of 2.3. Oh, another cutscene.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Eorzea. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
I literally didn't even think about that. We haven't heard from the Echo since Ultima. Interesting. Let's see here. Which one do I like? Okay, this can't be worn by me. This one? Ooh, I like that. That's cool looking. Can this be worn by me? I like this hat. Ooh, this hat always reminds me of the Mad Hatter. And then if I enable dye preview, like if I go green, let's see here. Let's see. I don't know, like maybe that green. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. That's like the Mad Hatter. I love it. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna take that one. We're gonna do that one. That's so cool. Okay. So guys, we are officially... Ooh, another cutscene. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Shit. Well, that can't be good. Oi. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. We're now in 2.4. Let's see how far we can get for the rest of the evening. And before I do that, I'm going to take a little bit of a bathroom break. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Alright, let's start and get into 2.4 and see how far we can get. We got a lot of loose threads. I can't remember if he's a king or whatever, but the Asians being there with with him, and I guess was the throne room of Ishgard, I guess? I can't remember. But, like, them being there, that does not bode well. That means that they're up to something. So we'll see what happens. Alright, let's talk to Menphilia. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grain companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Eorzea is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of us you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular, the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Dang it, did it again. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be. Independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when the help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of importance to your care in the past. I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Okay, I don't know if my mouse is just like click, 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 and I have another mouse. I've just been trying to like not get it out because this is a mouse that is no longer in print, or they don't ever make it, and it's one that has like the third key. I don't know if you can. So like I have the left and the right, but then I also have a key here that I can press down, and I use it quite frequently. So I'm kind of like hesitant. I bought the new mouse because this one stopped working, but now it's working again. But now it's doing the skipping through cutscenes, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna have to be very careful about how I click. What is it, Rhea? And do be concise. I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second in command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Rhea. So even he's kind of like, I don't know if I trust everybody, which I guess is smart.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
So let me get this straight. There's a Garlemald that has infiltrated the Immortal Flames and has a bunch of people on his side now. So basically, Ul'dah is full of would-be Garleans, or people who want to be Garleans. This ain't good. This is real bad. How many of those recruits of Crystal Braves were from Ul'dah? I can't remember.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
So he's from Ul'dah.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches, and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General, you wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
And so the plot thickens. So, I'm having a hard time trusting Ilbert. He's not from Ul'dah, so he didn't get infiltrated by whoever this is that's infiltrated, but I'm having a hard time. There's something about him rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. There's something weird about him, I think. I feel in my heart of hearts. But Teleji, I think, has got a part to play in this as well. So, I guess we'll see. We're gonna keep on going. Alright, so we are in the next... Oh, I have to get the whole set. I'm gonna get the whole set, guys. The Even Star set. I'm going to glamour as the Mad Hatter. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited for that glamour. That's when I'll unlock glamour, is when I get all the Even Star set. It's gonna be so much fun. Yes. Okay. Okay. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levier. Alright. Rising Stones. I'm running out of Aetherite tickets, which is fine, because I need to start spending some of the gil I've made by doing story. I haven't sold a single thing. I like the song of the Rising Stones. Well, outside of the Rising Stones. He's over here. Hey Alpha, no, I'm back. Hi honey, I'm home. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the fourth was tasked with reconnoitering. I learned how to say this word last stream and I can't remember how to say it. I'm gonna have to look it up again. Reconnoitering. I can't say it fast. Reconnoitering. The rendezvous site, used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Beg your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Alien of the Fourth lies in wait at the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Not Alien, no, not her. Please don't tell me that she's out there by herself. The poor girl, she's the one that was learning how to adventure from her grandfather. Okay, so let's see. She's over by the Tangle. Hopefully she's okay, and hopefully we can rescue her. Hopefully. Oh, the stupid Jabba the Hutt frogs. Here we go. Oh wait, I'm overpowered on them now. And I am not overpowered by the marbles. How great. Fantastic. Oh shoot. Oh, she's not here by herself. Okay, good. You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hollowing her way to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. You got it, girl. You've got me on your side. We are going to rescue this Resh girl. Where is she at though? Like, way over there. Okay. Ooh, okay, let's see. These folks are... Oh, she's right there. Okay. Ooh. We don't even have her inside. What in the world? Oh, and there's 3 of them. Okay. A bit of a challenge. Is it a challenge? I don't know. I think I am smoking you all. And with that, I've rescued Resh. Yay! Alright. Ooh, it's cussing. Oh, where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Guardians will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we're safely outside these walls. Sure, I can do a diversion. It means I have to come over here. Whoop. Whoop. Way over here. Okay, let's do this one first. Oh, oh. Didn't know it was that kind of diversion. Okay. We good. We Gucci. I think. Get rid of this Vanguard because they're annoying. Oh, son of a biscuit. You're not part of this. Why are you bothering me? Alright. We're good. Ah, you... Can I do that? There we go. Yay. Another diversion. I wonder if I can do it from here. I can't do it from here. Ah, that's... It'd be so cool if I could just jump up here and do it. But no, okay. So let's do it from right here. Damn it. Son of a biscuit. I'm going to die. Let me get my chocobo out. Get you out. Like, not that you can do anything. Alright. Just get them all out. Just get them out. Just get them all. I did it! Oh, there's one more. This one should be easier. Punch, punch. Punch, punch. I like that punch sound. Even though I'm not really punching him. Alright. Cool. Oh. That only hit one of them. Alright, let's just go ahead and hopefully this is it. There we go. Okay, that's it. Okay. Now we can... Oh, well, good. Guess what? You can't touch me now because I'm up in the air. Alright, let's see. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to Commander Levier. I shall go on ahead to Rising Stones. Alright, perfect. Well, let's get out of here before we get any of these mud puppies or these Jabba the Hutt frogs to pounce on us. Alright. And then in we go. Oh, it's the end of another quest. Okay. Oh boy. So we're basically just going to help the Crystal Braves make their name for a while, I feel like. Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission, as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert administrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Rhea. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Rhea, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Courthis. I have been granted an audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Okay, Alphino. You're getting a little haughty there. Okay, sorry, give me just a second here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, and those are... Oh, what is this? Oh, that's interesting looking. What are these? Oh, that's for... I don't really care for those. What about these? Nah. They're not exciting enough. Hey, look who we're gonna be meeting. Okay. We've been blessed with a rare opportunity, Rhea. An audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Amaric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Amaric wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request your permission to accompany me to Courthis. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could countless be put to nobler use? If so, I should remind you that the more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. I tell you what, he has a lot of wisdom for a young kid. Sometimes. Other times I think he thinks too highly of himself. But I know he means well. Minfilia. I'm meeting with the Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Okay. Antecedent. I take it Rhea has explained the situation? She has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from their alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver Tear Skies. Huh. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartno, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this points and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Rhea. Our old friend Lord Haurchefant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further integrated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. You know, I think I feel some kind of way, the fact that Ishgard was not willing to... I don't know if it gives me... Can I see all of it? I want to see all of... Is there a way to see every single one? Yeah. So, like, okay, so here's... Let me make this bigger. So I think, the Garlean Empire is right here, right? So they had to kind of pass through Korthus and all of this over here to get to... Where is it that they attacked? I think they attacked down here. I think that's where it's all at. Somewhere around here, okay? So the fact that they had to pass through Korthus and Ishgard and all of that, and they still denied help, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I think I feel some kind of way about that. Like, I don't know how I feel about them not showing up when it was absolutely needed. Makes me kind of feel like that they are how do I explain this? I wouldn't consider them to be more like Switzerland. Switzerland has always been like the country that is like, we are impartial to everything, right? I don't know who I would compare them to be honest with you, because they were part of the alliance at one point, but then they withdrew right as the Guardians showed up. So I wonder if, do they have some Guardians paying them off or something, or maybe they're paying. What is it when you call when you like if you have a like, we all know the mafia is real, right? So like what is it when you call when you pay off the mafia, like for protection, something like that. Maybe they're paying off the Guardians for protection, something like that. I don't know. Feels kind of weird to me. Anyway, let's go and talk to Horshaphant, and I guess we're gonna see Sir Emmerich too. And this might be a voice cutscene, so we'll see. Clear table. Nope. Ria, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to a blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphino, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Haurchefant, forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortemps may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand. Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I'm told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you're willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He'll grant you the entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. I actually thought he was going to be in there with, Haurchefant. Oh, over here. Interesting. Never thought those back here. We have been expecting you, madam. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you, would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
So I don't know how I feel about that. They were already getting provisions and he's like, listen, I will make sure they continue. It's almost like he was, it wasn't a bribe, but it was almost like he was strong-arming us to take care of something that he needed help taking care of, even, and then, like, and if we didn't agree, he was just going to yank the provisions away from us. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I guess we shall see what happens. Okay, so I think we have time for one more quest, I think. Alright, so let's see what we got here. And these are the... Look at these! The even star tights. They're so pretty. I cannot wait to get this glamour. Oh, just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Reverend's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned. Okay. Okay, so I wonder if... Are we not going to go and try to recover? I guess they've taken the provision, so there's no point in us going over there. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you'd be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Reverend's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Haurchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Rhea. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Alphino's talking about the Echo, but I don't think I've told him that the Echo hasn't spoken to me since, like... Shoot, when was it? It was during the level 50 Ultimate Weapon dungeon stuff. I haven't been able to... I've not heard from the Echo since then, so... It may not show up? Who knows? But yeah, Minfilia said the same thing. She said it's not... Hydaelyn hasn't spoken to her either, so... She is quiet. She's gone to sleep. She's gone to sleep. Alright. Oh, wait, we're way over here. Where is Boulder Downs? Oh, way down there. Okay. Oh, and... Okay. There's the fallen caravan. Okay. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Eh? Lord Haurchefant bid you speak with us? Then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. Ah, but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but a speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Okay, so we have a... Oh, did he say it was squire? Yeah, squire. So, what are squires? Squires are like the assistants to knights. So he was the only one that survived. Boy, poor guy. Alright, so he's down here? Where's he at? In here, okay. So no, he's not in here either. He's probably upstairs. Yep, right here. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought of the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Shiva. Okay. We're getting closer to Ishgard with all of this nonsense. Oh boy. Lots of good story tonight, though, that is for sure. Okay. So now we got to report to Alphino. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who laid down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scriptures so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Harshaphot, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshaphot, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Reverend's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I'm sure you would not miss this for the world. Alright. Well, so we have yet another primal on its way. Okay, so there we are going. It's 401, so we're going to go ahead and stop for the evening. Let me see who we can raid tonight to give him some fun. Let's see here. I want to try to find someone who is kind of doing the same thing as me, or even just doing a regular fight. I don't know. Let's see. This person, let's see here. Front lines. Let's see. I'm trying to find someone who's not in the other. I was just trying it out, so let's see. See where they are. Okay, yeah, this one's a new one, so let's go ahead and see if we can pop over to this person's raid, and I will go ahead and give them a fun little raid time. Anyway, it's been a fantastic evening, y'all. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate you. Just a reminder, if you want to join the community, I have got a Discord all set up. Looking to just make some new friends and have some fun streaming my favorite games along the way and trying new games as well. If you've been lurking, awesome. Love the fact that you've been lurking. Feel free to chat if you ever want to. I am very awkward and I tend to be very on the shy side, so that's why I'm starting the stream to kind of come out of my own little cocoon. But I'm happy to talk to you and have fun with you. But anyway, we will be back on Wednesday morning, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later. Bye!